Alrighty. Well, happy Friday, everyone. InvArch community members, fans and friends of Tinkernet, Udals from Udal DAO, and further greetings to all our other friends throughout the Paraverse. Thank you for joining me today. It is January 27th, 2023, and I'm very happy to be holding today's weekly community call here at the InvArch Network. Now, usually I start things off with sharing something about myself, but I would like to start off with any of you in the audience right now. So, if again you would like to join today's call and to speak and to share your thoughts or 2 cents on certain topics, this is an open floor, and we do encourage participation from any of you. So, if you would like to speak, go ahead and tap to request. I believe it's on the bottom left of your Twitter app. Um, Currently, I don't think Twitter desktop or the desktop version of Twitter allows for speaking capabilities yet. But if you are on mobile, that is or has been always available. So, yes, please do request to speak if you'd like to join the conversation. And with that, while some people think about, I guess it is quite an early morning. We got somebody here. Hey, Natty, how's it going? Just getting you connected. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How's everyone? Happy Friday. I just want to think like how's everyone, guys? Just before we go in, is anyone wants to say anything? I am really excited that Yaki is here because we got his NFT DAO to stake. I don't know if anyone staked already. I did. Um, and I think it's amazing that many of us can participate in OSIP staking. And to remind you, it's the last week, by the way. So if anyone didn't try, please welcome. um yeah, I don't know, I hope some can speak and share experiences.
Oh, yes. Thank you for bringing that up. Actually, that's part of my agenda today.
Oh, sorry.
No. That's all good. That's all
Spoiler.
good. No. I'm sure that gets people invigorated. But yeah, Yaki, if you don't mind, if you're available, I would love to have you on stage and just talk a little bit about Shiba Tales and the fact that it's currently an IMV core. But if not, all good. I know. Oh, there you go. You requested. Let's do this. Getting you connected here.
Hi, can everyone hear me?
Hey, Yaki. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, good morning, Bark. 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 Is
Good
today
morning.
the last? Is this today the last day, or is it on Sunday for staking?
There. So it's I believe six days from now.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah. So it's on. So it's technically if you actually go on to the UI, so tinker.network/staking. So currently we're on now. We just started the 25th era, so it ends on the end of the 30th era. So actually, yeah.
Cool, cool. So I'm on the website right now on the staking web page, and so far on Shiba Tails DAO, we have about 200 stakers staking 7,500 brainstorm tokens on Shiba Tails, and that's really exciting. So thank you so much for participating in that. I know it's just a sliver of what people have been staking on the other INV cores, but just a little bit about Shiba Tails if you don't already know. We are a dance to earn Web3 fitness app, and we started off as a in-browser video game, but since then we have iterated on taking our application to other devices such as mobile, iOS, and Android, and ultimately wanting to integrate health and fitness into everyone's lifestyle. So being able to track your calories and whatnot that will level up your Shiba. And so This DAO that we set up on Dinkernet is going to allow us to continue working on our project, but leaning heavily on our community to drive decentralized decisions in what we create. And that ranges from our Shiba Tales lore, our comics, our mobile video games. We have a secret merch store, and so we'll be expanding new products based off of Shiba emoji owners and getting their input on those. We've created music videos and we'll continue to make more. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Gabachi from Singular. He's the guy that helps write the NFT email reviews with Bruno Sport. And this is just an aside, but we created a music video with him based off of one of his songs with their dancing Shibas. But yeah, our first step, of course, is to become a true core and mint our, or at least some of our code initially on GitArch. And I think 2023 is a great year for us and really utilizing all of this new technology provided by the InvArch network and other Polkadot players. So I'm really excited what we're about to unearth and looking forward to what's to come with everybody. Thanks.
Beautiful. Thank you, Yaki. Thank you. Yeah, so it's I'll go more into the news about the Shiba Tails DAO IMV core in a bit. But thank you for the full or more in-depth explanation on Shiba Tails, Yaki. That's awesome. And we also have another speaker on stage. Hey, Dustin. Dustin from Aster. How's it going, man?
Hey, what's up,
What's up, man?
AJ? It's been a bit.
Yeah, man. It's been a
How's
hot
it
minute.
going? Hot minute, bro.
How you been?
I've been taking some personal time, just balancing out my life and work. It's always it's a challenge, but I've enjoyed my time away. So I'm here now.
For sure, man. That work-life balance is important. What have you been up to?
Well, been keeping up with the socials, and Ink 4.0 is coming out, so that's going to be a good trajectory for a star in the WASM smart contract development. So the bounty got pushed into the motion, so it's looking really good. Get the community's voice on that. Really good initiative for WASM smart contract development. Just unbiased aspect. Like, it's not just a star, it's our whole community. So I really like that initiative. And then if you guys seen our post, I can't say much, but there is a countdown, so stay tuned on our countdown. um, yeah, if you guys catch us at the Brush Fam with Swinky, so that's going to be happening here on the hour. So if you guys are here or wherever, please join afterwards. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm writing up an article for Swanky, so hopefully it ties up with all the Ink 4.0 when it gets released this next month. It's going to be under audit soon. So if you guys don't know, Ink 4.0 is a smart contract language that on Substrate. And beforehand, it's mostly been a kind of a test environment. Hasn't been like a full stable release, but Ink 4.0 technically is the first like ready to ship version. And then 4.1 is with XCM. So that's going to be a huge jump in development. So we're going to be seeing a lot of like cool, innovative ways to use smart contracts on Polkadot that we haven't seen yet. So I'm really excited.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, lots of exciting things I've been hearing around the Paraverse with various projects and what we can look forward to next month with them, and as well with the InvArch network. But thank you for the updates, Dustin, and thank you for joining. So yes, everyone, once again, thank you so much for joining me today. This is the last InvArch weekly community call of January, of the first month of the year, and it's exciting. It's really just been a phenomenal month. obviously with the OSIF staking public testing event, and how that really kickstarted the year off for us and for the entire community. And just so much positive things have resulted in that. So, yeah. So let's go into InvArch here. So rewinding things a bit back to 6 days ago, our very own InvArch co-founder and CTO Gabe was featured in the most recent "Sir, Have You Heard" video, a popular segment by the Kusumarian. The main and leading news behind this was the Polkadot co-founder himself, Gavin Wood, published on Twitter on January 17th, 2023, that XCM, or Cross Consensus Messaging V3 or version 3, has merged, which enables bridges, cross-chain locking, exchanges, NFTs, conditionals, context tracking, and so much more. So in this latest "Sir, Have You Heard" video, led by Jay Trana, of course, Gabe goes into how, on a personal note, as a developer himself and of course CTO of InvArch, this upgrade makes his life a lot more easier. So Gabe goes into detail about what exactly he's excited about with the upgrade, and he underlines the exchange asset instruction, which makes swaps through XCM a lot more simpler, in which he exemplifies: imagine a chain where you can trade NFTs, and this particular chain can enable a mechanism where you can use any token and perform a swap before purchasing. Another is going from one chain to another. So there are now universal locations in which having the ability to export XCM messages allows XCM over bridges. And the biggest change that Gabe considers coming out of XCM v3 is the support for non-fungibles, in which he highlights that it allows individuals to use the same infrastructure we have for transferring fungibles, but now for non-fungibles, which opens up more opportunity for really like a lot of cool functionality. And with the OSIF staking public testing event. So on Tuesday, and as we've already highlighted to start off the call with Yaki here, a new IMV core, or a recently new IMV core, was added to the public testing event, the Shiba Tails DAO. So Shiba Tail DAOs, Shiba Tails DAO empowers and guides its Shibalings to build, work on their projects, and brand in a decentralized manner, ranging from whether it's lore, comics, games, fashion, merch, music, and music videos, as Yaki has mentioned. In addition, tech adoption will be decided via governance. And what's even more exciting is that Shiba Tails DAO is determined to become an official INV core when OSIF, the OSIF protocol, and OSIF staking does go live on the InvArch Tinkernet by minting their repository and IP on GitArch. So before I go more into the OSIF staking public testing event, I'd like to provide a little recap into the IMV4 protocol, and specifically what is an IMV core and what's the significance of this. So an IMV core is the equivalent, and this may be a little bit more of a technical language for some of you, even for myself sometimes, to be honest, but it's the equivalent of a root repository. Repo is short for repository, or a root folder in a tree directory file structure, and consists of other INV4 primitives inside and attached to them. So the INV4 protocol is not only designed to mint new NFT-based assets as INV4 primitives, but it is also designed to act as an interoperable wrapper around varying standards of pre-existing NFTs, which extends the utility of the INV4 protocol to those assets. And so, when mentioned in the Shiba Tails DAO description of the IMV core, it does mention GitArch and how Shiba Tails DAO was determined to mint their repo on GitArch. So, if you don't know what GitArch is this alternative, decentralized and censorship-proof version, or sorry, alternative to GitHub or GitLab. And in addition to the InvArch Git middleware that was developed and introduced by the InvArch Network team earlier last year. So GitArch allows developers to store their code as NFT assets stored inside an INV core. Now, the INV core itself will act as the root folder of the repository, as I just mentioned in describing what an INV core is. And so therefore, code bases will be able to be managed as DAOs, which is huge. So you'll be able to integrate like maintenance treasuries and bounty systems. And this also allows developers to open source their code under a protected economic system. And so for those that are even, let's say, when GitArch does go live, of course, there will be a segment audience or user base that will still have a great love for GitHub and GitLab. And I mean, don't get me wrong, they're great platforms. But for those that are still in love with them and still want to, I guess, have that same feel or still use the solutions that they offer, the ability to use GitArch as a decentralized and censorship-proof backup for repositories, so backing up code as like code is pushed to GitHub, that will be a feature with GitArch when that does come out. So just in case decentralized powers that be decide to take action against a developer or censor a code base. So a secure backup of your repository will be existing on the InvArch network. And so still on the topic of OSIP staking and its public testing event currently going on. Yesterday marked the start of the final week of the public testing event. So it really has been like 3 amazing weeks so far and a bit more than that. But I couldn't have imagined a better way to really kick off the new year here at the InvArch network. I mean, looking back on it briefly, within 24 hours within a day of launch, we already had 800 active participants, which I've mentioned in the past. Like the realistic expectations were around 1,000, at least for myself. And also with that, so we had 800 active participants by 24 hours, and then with only at the time 4 INV cores. So that would be Udl DAO, GM or Die, Chaos DAO, and WAG Media. And by the third day, only the third day, with the same initial INV cores, so the 4 cores that I just mentioned, each of them had already over 100,000 test tokens staked towards them, respectively, 100,000 each. So, in conclusion of the topic on OSIP staking and the public testing event, again, we are in the final week. So, everyone, you all have, with today counting 6 days left, or until we reach the end of the 30th era, of which you can see on the staking UI/website. You have this time to begin staking if you are new to the InvArch network and you are new to the OSIP staking public testing event. And if you have been participating already, you have this time to claim your rewards. If you haven't already, restake them and therefore experience the compounding effect of restaking your test tokens. And in addition, we also have provided a official feedback form, which you can find in the InvArch Network Discord server. Just scroll through the recent announcements. It shouldn't be too far up. But this feedback form is very important, of course, as it will provide the information needed for the InvArch team to then make further improvements and therefore improve the overall, of course, and most importantly, like the user experience, and any to fix any bugs and to buckle down on maintenance issues and whatnot, or things that we may have missed. But this is very important. And so for all of you that haven't filled out the form yet, it is available. It will be available until I'm assuming the end of the public testing event. But in this time, you can now provide your feedback during this last week, and it'll be very, very valuable to us. And we thank you in advance for doing that. Also yesterday, so we had InvArch founder and CEO Dakota, aka or also known as XC Astronaut on Discord and Twitter, and Talisman's Nipsey, who hosted yesterday's Talisman meditations. Dakota was on yesterday's Talisman Meditations, and he talked about how the InvArch network started as a platform where innovations can thrive and creators can connect with like-minded people to see their ideas come to life, and then went on to explaining how the project has evolved since then and slowly and surely moved its focus from intellectual properties to DAOs, which I will note, like IP is still a focus under, I guess, the focus umbrella of the InvArch network, but we are very strongly wanting to and making the effort to lead the narrative on DAOs. So in which Dakota was asked, which was an awesome answer, but he was asked it in one simple sentence, how would you describe InVarch Network today? And Dakota described the project as a highly optimized super chain for DAOs. And as well, the audience was able to listen in on Dakota's opinion and thoughts about XEM v3 and the bright future of Polkadot. Now, I believe this talisman meditation session was recorded, but I will personally provide all of you an update on whether or not that has been published when that does happen. And still on yesterday, and specifically yesterday evening on the Kusumerian Sama nights. So the entire Polkadot and Kusama community had the pleasure of listening to an all-star lineup panel consisting of none other than our own InvArch co-founder and CTO Gabe, Moonbeam Network's CEO and founder Derek Yu, Aster's CTO Hoon Kim, and Talisman co-founder Jonathan Dunn, or Dune. Sorry if I did not see your name correctly. But the Salmonite's Twitter space was just like the aforementioned Sir Have You Heard video. It was on XCMV3 and Trustless Connections in Polkadot and beyond. And you can still, which was just freshly done last night, but the Twitter space is available to listen back to for playback. And so you can access that through the Kusumerian's Twitter account. And with the most recent developments, and I'm sure the majority of you have noticed, but if you haven't, for one, February is going to be a huge month at the InvArch Network. And there was a lot to look forward to with the project. And so to further emphasize this, a teaser tweet or alpha was dropped first thing today, a GIF, or otherwise known as a moving image, of what appears to be an astronaut in space. Three different versions. So one astronaut looking. So the astronaut is looking at the InvArch asteroid, but there's three of them or three different versions, and each one is looking at the Earth, one is looking at or overlooking the Earth, and then one is overlooking Mars, and one is overlooking Saturn. And in the tweet itself is a link, invarch.network/soon. And if you click on it or head to this web address, you'll see a similar view, but more of your own personal point of view. So you'll see big news and big text, and followed by coming soon. And in the background, our planet Earth, and of course, the InVarch asteroid. So I'm sure you're wondering, what's up next month? What is going on? And what can the community anticipate? So if we rewind back a bit to the InvArch Network 2022 annual report, we may find some clues, maybe not. And I mean, of course, full transparency on this specifically, I can't reveal exactly what will be happening at the InvArch Network next month. But what I can say is, following the OSIF staking public testing event, of course, the community can definitely look forward to OSIF going live on the InvArch Tinkernet. And as mentioned previously, the OSIF protocol is exclusive to the InvArch Tinkernet. And then to repeat what was in the annual report, included in our pipeline moving forward are the CDK. So for which those of you that are new to the project and don't know what the CDK is, it is a community development kit for launching truly decentralized and autonomous organizations that the InvArch team has been building. Saturn, a new multi-signature solution to be made open for use by every parachain and applicable by any DApp on such parachains. We can also look forward to a Polkadot Parachain auction announcement and further updates, Remark NFTs on the InvArch Tinkernet, and major Parachain partnerships. Now, I repeat, this is information that has been disclosed in the annual report under the section What's Next for the InvArch Network in 2023. So with all that being said, I mean, let's or allow all this awesome info simmer in your gigabrains. And of course, let's end off this month in the best way that we can. And it looks like we have a speaker who wants to join. Oh, actually, they canceled. Okay, never mind. um, but yeah, so to all the speakers on stage, any thoughts, any comments or questions at all? Oh, we do have another request actually.
Yeah, hello.
Part-time
Morning,
lover,
everyone.
what's up?
Morning, good afternoon, everyone.
GM.
Was wondering, does it matter which core someone stakes? Like, for example, you need 10 Tinker, right? And generally the rewards are about 2 Tinker nowadays. So I was wondering, does it like matter if I save up, 10 Tinker and stake in a different project in a different core?
I would say generally no. It doesn't matter what IMV core you stake to. It's not like one IMV core will give you the most rewards over another, unless there has been a back end or technical update that I haven't been made aware about. And if the math, as you say, like works that way with the rewards and everything, then it's totally to your discretion. Like at the end of the day, which first of all, let me just say thank you for asking this question. Um, but at the end of the day, and when OSIP staking does go live, um, and the real life funds are being used by real life people, um, we as a team and as a project, like we can't have a say in what you do with your tokens. Um, Not that I'd like to provide, I guess, some just friendly or positive insights, but I mean, um, it is totally to your discretion. So, really, like what you can expect with the actual live version of OSIP staking is that you look at an IMV core that is available and that's registered, and if it aligns with what you're looking for, if it matches your interest, if it's something that you truly do want to support and therefore stake your own funds to, aka Tinker, then that's totally on your like that's totally your decision. So, yeah, that's what I can say. In a nutshell, it doesn't matter what IMV core right now, because by the end of it, I mean everyone, all active participants, um, will be sharing in the prize pool.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm less concerned about the rewards and more so I don't want to lose access to like being able to stake in other projects if I haven't staked in the first round. But it sounds like that's not the case. So yeah, thank you for your answer.
No problem. Thank you for asking. And I believe, oh yeah, we got the Crypto Krill on here. Hey man, what's up? How you been?
What's going on, AJ? Just wanted to come on and say appreciate you guys for these community calls. They're very important. Yeah, we had a lot of exciting things going on this week. I mean, we had Dakota on with Talisman. We had Gabe on Gigabrain Nights for Sama Nights. We're talking about the future of XCM V3, so some very exciting stuff. And also, congratulations on everything that you guys have massed with the OSIP staking. Some big stuff.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, it was definitely more on the community side for the project. I mean, it's been a very busy week. Like you said, like we had Dakota on Thousand Meditations. Gabe has just been everywhere, pretty much, even from last week and tying into this week. So, and yeah, like I said with in the or sorry, much earlier in the call, yeah, like the of taking public testing event has just been phenomenal. Like the turnout has been amazing, and I cannot say that enough. And yeah, man, like I totally thank you for your support personally, and thank you for coming on to the call today.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Nat over here, she came, she's like, community call's going on. And I was like, went to Discord and I was like, oh, it's on Twitter Spaces. Let's go.
Yes, yeah. So thank you for pointing that out. And for those that are new to the project, all InvArch weekly community calls have been recently, but they have been on Twitter Spaces, and they will always be on Twitter Spaces. So you can always catch them here, and if you cannot make them, Twitter does allow recording capabilities. So every Twitter Space is recorded, and you'll be able to run a playback of each weekly community call if you happen to miss them. So no worries on that. But yes, Twitter Spaces is awesome, and it really just it's a platform that truly brings a lot of people in the community together. So that's really the main reason why we decided to move the InvArch weekly community call to Twitter Spaces. But yes, everyone, it's been an awesome call. Lots to talk about. Again, there is just so much to look forward to. I know there's not much information that has been disclosed yet, but that is what a reveal or surprise is about. But trust me when I say this, um, it's going to be huge. It's going to be amazing. February is going to be like if you think January was huge for the InvArch network. Again, underlining the OSIP staking public testing event and the number of active participants that have shown up for it. February, I personally think it's going to be much more bigger. And much more exciting. So definitely it's a month to look forward to here at the project. And yeah.
I know Dakota was super excited yesterday when on the Talisman call. He almost leaked something and I was like, oh, I'll just have to wait. I'm excited.
Yeah, he sometimes he tends to do that. He's so wrapped up in and what's next for the project, and what's next that we can share with the community, and it truly is just something that will be so positive and so fruitful and so invigorating for for everyone, for all the supporters and contributors and everyone that supports the project. It'll just be awesome. So yeah, I can totally understand his I guess his like itch to really just come out with the news already, but we do have to keep a little bit more behind the curtains before we can reveal.
No, I get it. No, what I love about your guys' team and stuff is definitely you guys exude the passion and everything, and it's amazing. So
Yes, yeah, I agree. Not to toot our own horns, I guess, but no, I agree. I think we're pretty passionate people, and we're a pretty passionate team when it comes to the project and its tech. So yeah. Anybody else have any other comments or questions that you'd like me to address?
So AJ, I specifically went to annual report just to see what you said. And I feel like, I mean, I'm just guessing. I know you're not supposed to say anything. Maybe it's gonna be Polkadot parachain auction announcement or something. I don't know. I'm just like you keep teasing us and everyone is wondering, but that's my guess. I might be wrong.
Interesting. That's a very interesting guess that you have there. Actually, this might be a fun little thing right now. Like, I guess for all the speakers on stage, what do you think uh, can the community look forward to next month? Any takers? I guess not.
I guess everyone just wants to stake their tinkers. I think that's what everyone is waiting for.
I mean, for sure, like that. I would say that is the most logical thought or anticipation to have, and it's definitely something that will be very rewarding, not just for the registrants that register their own IMV core, but for people that do stake their Tinker. But yeah, I mean, again, like I said, logical because I mean, after the testing phase of OSIP staking, we obviously do have to follow up with the actual live version, or else what was the point of the testing phase? But that is an obvious one. But yeah, I'm not. I'm not, or at least I'm trying not to reveal anything right now. But we are nearing the end of the month, and we're going into February. So, um, and there might be some clues somewhere. Um, and the site, I don't know if the site doesn't give enough or if it does give something away, but the invarch.network/soon webpage, it's pretty cool. It makes me, just thinking from the community member um, point of view, it just makes me excited myself, regardless if I'm part of the team or not. So
When I'm going to the big news coming soon page, it looks like big steroid in form of InvArch logo wants to destroy the Earth. That's all I can see.
well,
I don't see any clue. Sorry, I don't see any clue.
well, let me just say the InvArch team has no intention of providing a negative impact to Earth, or I guess to the ecosystem itself, and by no means necessary. um, but let's but like, I would rather speak on, let's say, like, the positive take on it is, like, you have an, which I think it is a scientific phenomenon anyway, but I'm not a scientist or a astronaut by any means necessary, but you have a planet, you have the asteroid, or some object coming from space, and it carries with them something, and it does, or it can have the potential to spread throughout the planet's entire, like, ecosystem or environment. So it is something that, I guess, with that analogy, you can say that InvArch, as a project, we want to bring something, and something so innovative and so revolutionary and positive and powerful, and have it distributed and, like, sorry, dispersed all across, immediately the ecosystem, and therefore Web3. So I guess that's something fun to think about, and maybe it could help with maybe trying to figure out, if you'd like to. I mean, it is a journey, if you want to take that route, but to think about what could the community, or what would be revealed to the community next month. So, but yeah, awesome insights, Natty. Really appreciate that. Any final questions or comments from anyone else on stage?
Will Dustin be wrapping us out?
Ooh, Dustin, do you want to wrap us out?
Sure.
You don't have to. I didn't mean to put you on the
No
spot.
pressure.
Hey man, I'm gonna back down on this. Let me
Every
turn
every
on.
every time I come into a spaces and I see Dustin, it's usually how I end the. I'm like Dustin, wrap us out.
All right.
Wrap us out, man.
I want to share my sound quality here is.
I'm gonna chat GPT a rap next time and be like, yeah, I got some.
Yeah, that works. Let me
Eggs
put on the
and
beat.
bacon, hot skillet. Go, Dustin, and do your rap thing, yo.
Oh man. Okay.
An absolute treat, everyone. Again, if you don't know Dustin, I mean, like, to me and to a lot of people, like, he is a legend in the Polkadot and Kusama community. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. It's a Friday. TGIF. It's a Friday. I'm at the InvArch. You know they got the starts. We know they start pushing on OSIP. We got Sticky. You know what's up. They ain't joking. We do it on top. We got IP, but IPMV. I mean IP management. We messing with. I don't want to say the word with the F, but you know what? I'm just saying what is next. Be like, they're gonna put it on the main net. That is the pavement, making on the statements, regretting what you're saying. But we out here in the polka dot, we ain't playing. But protocols, we building skyscrapers, standing tall. Layer zeros, we're the heroes. But you know what? We don't ask for your De Niro, but we out here doing a thing to maintain this lane in this game. You know what? We got to do this thing. They call it strange, but that's okay. Pushing on the 5th year on the polka dot train, but
it's the next age, but it's like an ice age in the crypto game. But blockchain is where we stay in Web3, pushing on industries, telling me you're messing with the Bustin' D, Dustin Lee, what you see me? I'm back up on the spitting on the A-star, spitting bars, pushing far. We got 5 days on the fucking mention, but I ain't stressing. What is this? I'm out here, this kid be spitting. This ain't written of what you put your life in submission. What you know, I'm just dipping. What you tripping? Spitting this out my brain, coming out like cocaine. You numbing your brain. I can't feel it, I'm insane. But there's no shame in my game. I stay in my lane to maintain. I do my thing in the blockchain. But Web3 is where we be with my polka dot community, my family. Well, you know, we see the InvArch going far, pushing out here, spitting on some bars. But who's in charge? This is what it is we got AJ on this, but hey, TGIF with my homies, and I'm out.
Hey!
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. My God.
It's a great start to my Friday.
Same here, man. Honestly, wow. Well, for one thing, thank you, Jay Crypto Crow, for putting Dustin on the spot. But also, Dustin, man, like again, I tell you this a million times, whether it's on a Twitter space or in a personal chat. But hey, man, like you are the lyricist in Web3, at least to me. So you always come with the bars, man. It's insane. That's amazing. Awesome. What a way to end this call, guys. Just beautiful. Thank you. And so with that, we can definitely end off things today. So thank you all for joining me in today's InvArch weekly community call. And thank you in advance for everyone else who will be tuning into the full video recording. You can expect the recap of this Twitter space to be uploaded to the official InvArch Network YouTube channel within the next 24 to 48 hours or so. And so with that, I hope all of you have a fantastic weekend. Thank you, Yaki. Thank you, Jay, the Crypto Krill. Thank you, Natty. Thank you, Dustin. Thank you, parttimelover.eth, for joining me on stage today and for speaking and sharing your insights and thoughts and questions. And I'll see you all next week for the next InvArch Weekly Community Call. Happy Friday and take care.